Welcome back to Kanto. We are going to get our Meganiums into the park right now. Patasaurus. Now, I've got the pen laid out for these, but we want to try and save as much space as we can for Saffron City, which is going to be probably pretty large and get in the way of a lot of stuff. So I think we need to compromise a lot on the nearby routes to fit Saffron in there. So we're going to do that. So we're looking at one regular, one shiny. We're looking at Champlain Blank, I think. And then we're looking at Solar Blank. Let me pull up a picture of Meganium for myself to compare to when these guys hatch. And let's get them sorted out here. So, lifespan is not irrelevant still. 50-50 humble is a coin flip right now. So if we're hatching one from each clutch, we can take a little bit of a risk. Let's do 75-75 on the first. See what we get from that. Welfare specialist needs a nap while this happens. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. I think I want to put the Stiggies and the Pachycephalosaurus together in the Safari Zone. I think the Safari Zone should also have the most variety of herbivores. So we're going to try that. They might fight the Pachycephalosaurus. They're listed as neutral, but they're also listed as fighting on JWE on the database on paleo.gg. So we'll have to see how that interaction plays out. Which means we're done. We're ready to go for the next pen. We don't have anything we actually need to research for that. Because it's Dracorex and a Apatosaurus, and that's going to be it. And then this is going to be a Marga, Chasmo, Bastiodon, and Amora. So we'll leave that all well enough alone. So I suppose, yeah, let's take a look at what we got for the Apatos here. We get the second batch set up as well. Humble, long-lived, docile, long-lived, large appetite. So humble, long-lived. Now on the second one, we said this was Solar. We could try and get lucky. We got humble. We could just do 25-25 and see if it happens for us. I think we'll do that. Maybe we'll get the perfect alpha. Odds are not great, but yeah, we'll let it go. And then we'll let the medic get back here and start hatching. So we did not get an alpha. That was really good. We got, I believe, the same trait on the second Meganium / Apatosaurus, which was humble. Yeah, here's our. This is the second one actually, even though it's the first one to come out. Yeah, social. Oh shit! Wait. We should have hatched the other one first because humble better than social. I didn't realize we had one humble, one social. Not that it matters that much. Let's get the environment set up here. Yeah, this is going to be tight fit. It'll work. Probably, maybe. Sorta. But we'll have to play around. For sure. Alright, let's get some tall leaf in here so at least they have their food. Tall leaf, ground leaf. Yeah. Tempeschia. I'm trying to think about placement here. So we definitely have this strip back here. Let's ring the waterway a little bit. So I'm thinking This pen is probably too small for just 2, even? It's not looking good. No. No, the wild captures only, or the dinosaur exchange only is essentially the same as wild captures. I don't see any reason to really revisit it because it wasn't that interesting, even with the bugs and stuff. Like, I didn't have a great time with that. We might do, so what I think we would do is, I think if we do anything with that again, oh shit, we'll try to come up with a good theming for like a custom challenge mode, basically, that incorporates the okay, the medical team's on the way, that incorporates the dinosaur exchange, is based around it, but isn't like strictly just use the dinosaur exchange to buy all the dinosaurs. So we'll have to do something else that's a little, maybe try to use every aspect of the exchange, like the selling, the genomes, all of that, and make a park that way. We could try that. We probably should. We probably should give the exchange another crack at some point. Because I did Jurassic World because there's more space for species. Since Jurassic World has a minimum of 23 species on display versus Jurassic Park's 15. I think it's probably 24 species on display. That's ignoring the Indominus, the raptors, and everything else you can have in a Jurassic World. And then just the storyline makes more sense to have Biosin make Jurassic World than to have Biosin make their own JP. Like, we could do that too, but there's no reason to do both. And so I did the one that made more sense to me. Plus, I'm just kind of more interested in doing an actual JP recreation at some point than I am in doing a Jurassic World recreation straight. Like, I'll never do a Jurassic World recreation proper because I don't care enough. But I'd like to do a JP one. And that's part of the big thing, is like, if I'm going to do anything with Jurassic World, we'll use it to make weird little what-if scenarios and use it as a template. So that's the logic there. So, Apatosaurs, 100% comfort. Margins are okay. Actually, with the open space, they're really good, which means we can cut this down. Humble did become the alpha, which might have made a good difference there. So, how much do I want to cut this down? I would like to cut it down this much, I think, if I can. That's going to be a weird shaped enclosure if I do that. So I might not do that. Yeah, okay. We'll do it like this. This would still allow us to have... Actually, let's do it like this. Let's cut it down that way. And we'll leave this wide here, because that'll give us more space north-south for Saffron as opposed to east-west. And then we can compress this way if we need to go east-west, because Saffron will be in before Celadon. I think that's a good compromise. And then, yeah, can't really see our Apatos in the trees here to compare on the shiny versus the regular. But this should be Meganium. And the other one should be a shiny Meganium. And we didn't do the starter and the prevos because they're essentially the same. Like, same color palette. Okay, well, with these guys in, the next big thing is going to be getting visibility up here. So we want remote viewing galleries, because they'll be the underground tunnels from the Kanto region. And that will be how we'll have visibility in this pen. We'll have the one coming down from Celadon over here, coming into this section, and the one over here coming up into this section from the Lavender side. So I'm going to work on putting that in. I think what we'll do regarding the Marowak / Draco Rexes is we'll do new ones. And then we'll let the existing population of Viridian Forest die out, and we'll send like the last few maybe over to link up with everybody else. Yeah, that looks good. Death Valley is the regular Marowak. Then the next variant we had was the Lowlands, which were Svalbard Blank. These guys are pretty quick. I mean, how many do we have in the park right now? So 9, 8, we've had like 3 die, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Like 10 of them or so? Maybe we'll take 5 from the first clutch. Also, we have no money because I spent a bunch of our money. That's something else to keep an eye on. 5 from the first clutch, 4 from the second. And then the shiny, we'll do an even 10 maybe. I think so. We'll have to wait for the cash to come back in. How is this still not fixed? He does it as soon as I yell at him. Classic. Okay. Yeah, I set up a little bit of stuff here with Saffron City. This building arrangement is not quite ideal. There should be 2 small buildings and then the 2 gyms, the Fighting Dojo and then Sabrina's gym. We're compromising with this layout to make do, putting a new medical facility and a new response facility up here on the corner because we've kind of been theming gyms as response facilities or medical facilities. And then I've done the grass top biosyn shelter because in Heart Gold Soul Silver, the Saffron buildings have green roofs. So I think that suits the aesthetic. And then, yeah, we've got this little route up here with at least a placeholder little house. We might just leave the decorative house up here if we never have a reason to do anything with this building. And then we've got, of course, the little viewing entrance there for the underground tunnel to reveal the Meganium enclosure. Which I never get a good chance to look at these guys because they're always in the trees. But this is the regular Meganium, the Champlain Valley. The other one, yeah, we could see it well enough. Still in the shadow, but definitely a darker green. Which is probably what a shiny Meganium looks like. Also, the people that think Meganium's a turtle. Yeah, actually, the shiny Meganium is not even really darker. It's more of like a yellowy green. Arguably lighter. But these guys are so samey. It's whatever. Maybe the belly was my thought on this. This is what happens when I do the skins like literally weeks ago. Yeah, I think so, because this one doesn't really seem to have much of belly shading, and this one's got a little bit of a lighter stripe on the bottom. I think this is probably the most yellowish looking skin, I guess. Must have been the case. You know what? Honestly, maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe I did 2 alternate skins for regular Meganium and no shiny. We're not going to worry about it. It's a fucking Meganium. It's like whatever. It's nobody's favorite starter. Alright, so Dracos. Back to these. If we want to hatch all of these, we need 975. Basically $1 million. Great. What have our ratings been doing? So 94%, 85, 96. 1 configuration issue to look into. Restroom coverage is 100%. Good. Some of Saffron City is a bit placeholder right now with like the bathroom and shelter here, but these things get our coverage up. That's why they're there. Okay, the first batch of Draco Rexes are delivered and comfortable. Marowaks over by Viridian City. We'll have to keep an eye on them. They'll definitely need more ground leaf before all is said and done. But they also have 2 packs. Territories need to merge. There's ground leaf over there. So maybe they'll actually be fine. There's a storm inbound, but I would also like to get working on the final one, which is the shiny. So let's do something a little different here. So the shiny was Amazon. And let's make this a dedicated alpha. In fact, let's get super greedy. We'll stick 25% lifespan in there. See what we get. Although that might effectively conflict. It should be fine. Storm is inbound, but it shouldn't be too big of an issue. Which one was the shiny? Top one should be it, right? Yeah. Social long live, social long lived, social humble. Social humble. Yeah, these ones aren't going to be anything. Okay, just give me whatever. We'll let that one go in the storm, and then we'll get the Alolan and Marowaks after the storm. We'll save our money for now. We should keep an eye on the... Okay, this is a bad one. I was going to say we should keep our eye on the aviary, but... Right, it looks like most of the damage is actually localized down there, which is an interesting twist. Alright. Well, there we go. These Dracos are lonely. We actually ran a little bit of a risk there by not having that territory linked up during the storm. That could have been a problem. Alright, let's try and get the alpha down in the middle to link up with the rest. The shiny / alpha. Then yeah, 4 here, so that's a total of 10. We'll use the welfare specialist. It's overdoing it, but I think it's fine. Then the next question is what we work on following this. So we need to work on some large carnivores now. Karkar, Tyrannosaurus, and Spinosaurus. I'm inclined to do Carcharodontosaurus first. 16 genetics, we need 18. Nobody has any points left, like it looks like. So where are we at on staff upgrades? 16 logistics. Is it a 4 or is it a 3? It's a 4, so we can do that when everybody's back. Yeah, I guess we I think basically we reach a phase now where we need to focus up on some research for the next stage. So we get the Dracos sorted out, and then we just kind of go into sort of maintenance mode. Keep making money and just waiting to
collecting asset. Heading to pick up the asset. Asset requiring collection.
Have the money we need and the time to do all the research we need to get done. And there's not really that much to build while we wait. Because Saffron City... I mean, I honestly just don't know how we're going to handle Saffron City, because it's very large. We might have to just fill it with shelters. And improvise. Or we'll leave space open and then, like, fill it in later. I don't know. We'll play it by ear. For now, we might even just treat it as mostly placeholder for now. Just build it up as we need it and move on to Celadon, which is also going to be really big. Just so that we can get to work on Celadon. Because if we get Celadon put in, then it's just the cycling road bit to cut down across the water. And we can kind of consider the top part of Kanto completed, which would be really nice. Also need to finish this damn contract. Before we go fully on research, I have done staff upgrades, but I haven't done the dinosaur research yet. We're going to breed one more Allosaurus, the Axew, for the park. I tried to roll for social humble, which we did not get. Yeah, I think we just want to take the one that's not large appetite. We did catch an Allosaurus recently starving in the park because they have a large territory, but in the interest of minimizing the work for the rangers, I put the feeders all within range of a single ranger station, which means they can struggle sometimes to get food, depending on how things pan out. Now, if I don't think we need to be too much concerned about their needs. Yeah, so if the social takes over from the humble here, it really doesn't matter. In fact, I probably should have just worked on removing large appetite or intolerant or whatever. Yeah, actually, specifically large appetite is actually detrimental. I think this should be what we do for future Allosaurs. I mean, I'm sure we'll need to rebreed some of them before the park is done. I also moved our existing Dracorex herd over to this enclosure out of Viridian Forest. So Viridian Forest is now just Chasmosaurs and Amargas. And we have bred some new Chasmosaurs. And we have a teleporting Dracorex. Motherfucker, dude. This bug is so obnoxious and so common. Like, it's not super common, but it's too common. Because of how disruptive this fucker is literally back in the pen. He's just clipping in and out of a fence. We literally watched him walk back in and back out. What the fuck is this? The ranger team can't even hit him. He's literally a ghost. That was some fucking bullshit. That was a new level of bullshit that we have not yet witnessed previously. Is he going to walk right back out? I'm kind of honestly expecting him to. I wonder, was he trying to eat food? And he like rotated around it and through the fence or something stupid? Clearly the issue with them clipping out of fences is animation related. Like, they don't just phase through for no reason. They phase through for next to no reason. Alright, there's our next Allosaurus, Axew. We're going to just do one of each. So we got a green one here. Lighter green on the top, darker green, or lighter green on the bottom, darker green on the top is the idea with Axew. So we've done all we can do to replicate that. This is specifically Limpopo Rana. And he's social intolerant, which is fine. So yeah, Haxorus, Fracture, and Axew. A nice pack of Allosaurs. Also, not a bad, like, 1-2-3 combo for, like, similar color palettes, but still unique and distinctive. Which is definitely an aesthetic I'm really growing to love in the game for dinosaur packs. We've also released more Dilos. We had one die, and I've cloned 4 replacements. We're just going to see what the situation's like in this pen when they're out, and we'll sell some of the other ones off if we have to. Yeah, we're currently social, so it should be fine. Well, not fine, but it should be close to fine. They shouldn't, like, go crazy. Also, can we finish this ticket sales contract, please? I'm begging you. Like, we're so close. Okay, we definitely need orange. Okay, formal wear is actually good. That's crazy. We have way too much white. Maybe not. Maybe Kefir is better. Well, we need some orange over here. How about some donuts? Yeah, this is a little bit obnoxious in that, like, the shops are pretty inconsistent in this park. which is understandable. We've built a very sprawling park with a lot of interconnected areas, and the game struggles a bit to deal with that. Also, we put in a monorail. This is the magnet train between Goldenrod City and Saffron, but Goldenrod City doesn't exist because we don't have Johto over here beyond this mountain. So I've just run it past the perimeter of the map, essentially. And as we fill out the rest of the map, we can edit it. For the most part, from ground level, you can't see it too much after it's, you know, out of Kanto, so it's fine. Oh my god. All right, you're dead from old age, and you, I can't, you won't come up. You refuse to exist. All right, fair enough. Draco over here. Invalid. Requires Trank. No, I'm clicking on the dead one. Motherfucker. Yeah, that's definitely changed. I'm confident that's not as... I'm confident it's worse than it used to be. Like, you cannot convince me otherwise. And yeah, ticket sales is just fucked. It just won't finish. Missing forest, open space. I'm just gonna let the Dilos sit. When they die, and then the issue fixes itself, you know? Please no. Please get the gate. I feel like when gates go down, multiple gates will go down because that's the way this game likes to be. Chaos theory and whatnot. Maybe that's paranoia. Yeah, guy got there in time, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. Okay, we're good. We gotta wait for those claws to drop, but not too bad. Okay, well, is there anything we can do to boost ticket sales? Obviously, we just need, like, more appeal. It's extremely tempting to try to get ticket sales up, like, right now, because it's really goddamn close. Let's do another batch of Chasmosaurs. Because they're dying anyway pretty quickly. Oh, this is going to be environmental need. What do we want to do then? Who's the alpha and why? That's the first question to ask. Number 8. You are only long-lived. You are new, so you kick the ass of the old alpha, and you ruined the territory. Thank you. Age 104, 96, 104, 74, 96, 77. Yeah, you know what? How bad is it? They're missing area, they're missing territory. Ah, fuck, man. We can let it hang for a little bit. It's not gonna immediately die. I really want those ticket sales. I really want those fucking tickets. All right, if this doesn't get us to ticket... Oh my god, it's $9 away. It was $9 away. Do you see that? Why would you do this? All right, these guys are going to bring down my ratings. We're going to temporarily expand the pen. Because I don't intend to keep this expanded group of Dilos in the park long term. So we'll just temporarily let it in. Or let it out. Let them expand. Wait, foot and mouth. Oh, territory disease. Yeah. Right. I was thinking that was a different thing. But no, territory. Please. Wait, the contract finished. No, it didn't. Fuck you. I got tricked by the thing and not seeing it on the screen down here. Son of a bitch. $90. Keep expanding, dummies. 91, 93.
You know,
Ticket
people
sales.
don't understand all the
Thank
hard work that
God.
goes on behind the scenes, but you and I both know it. And completing that objective, well, that keeps things running as they should. It can be a thankless job,
No!
I know, but not today. Thanks.
I didn't mean to click that one. We're replacing it. Mulligan. Mulligan. Well, we got fucked because I wanted the tour one. Photograph of Uterina sleeping. Totally viable. Are you guys going to sort out your territory needs? Healing. Foot and mouth.
For things to go sideways. Our posture should be proactive.
I don't think it'll go away until it's resolved, right? The territory. Oh my god, you're so fucking picky. All right, done. Done. Ignore it. They'll be fine. Recovering. Yes, medical team is there having a field day. Okay. Photograph of Uterina sleeping. I'll do this myself. Okay, the Carcharodontosaurus research is done. It's 850,000 or 2 mil for a dig. So still got a bit of saving to do. I've started working on Celadon to get the enclosure set up for the Carcharodontosaurus. We might have to make more compromises on map layout. Because Celadon should be kind of the same scale as Saffron, which I don't think I agree with in terms of in-game, but just looking at the reference map I'm using, that's how it's kind of sized out. Saffron will probably end up extending down further, which I'm okay with. Celadon, we're going to try and keep with this bottom border here where the water is. Which is going to be tough, especially if we want to have everything lined by trees, which is ostensibly the condition that should be in. We've got this little fountain square here where the department store goes. There should be 2 other buildings on either side of the department store. And I don't know how in the world we would fit that in. I'm doing a viewing gallery and a viewing tower. And then we've got to put in shop. Probably another shop and a bathroom. Like, it's going to be tough. We also should definitely have a hotel in Saffron because there literally is a hotel in Saffron. So we definitely want to do that. So I think we do a restroom. Oh, well, yeah, we can always do more restrooms over there. So we definitely do a restroom in here. Or do I put it in down here? Because there's a row of small buildings down here, too. Like the game corner. Yeah, large amenities don't currently fit with the size I've given us here. And if I want more space down on the bottom, which I do, I mean, we could have more space here. If we go with the kind of the Johto version of the map, we can definitely expand out this square a bit more. Do something. Wow, why is that only snapping? We'll just do one of these, and it'll be fine. And actually, if we do the Johto version, this could just be straight. Let's do that. It's a little easier, and it gives us more room for the middle layer of the town. I think it's fine. So that's like 3 segments. So if we do these, however, I'm going to do that. So do this, then we got to do this. Feels a little narrow on this side. Which we can easily correct. Yeah, there we go. I think that's pretty okay. So, that should give us plenty of room for an amenity. Yeah, more than enough room. Which is fine, because the path probably zigzags back a little bit. And then this would be the gym area. In front of the square. Well, this path is then a little bit high. Pretty much either version of it. We can correct that. We could shave that down. That's fine. So the path would come out probably more like here. It should be straight out of the square in the Heart Gold version, but then it's slightly elevated back in the Kanto version in Gen 3. So we'll do it like that. Then the gym can go here. We still have enough room then down here to put trees in to keep the aesthetic of the city being tree lined. And that's the space we have to build in. And that is totally workable. Yeah, we might need to cut down the pen a little bit to keep the tree line in the back here a little bit better. We could also just do the thing we do where the trees go on the back end, and it's like, who cares? It's fine. Trees on this side, because that way it preserves the aesthetic at least still that there's trees there. The pen doesn't have any analogous component in Pokemon games, so the pen can be forward from the position, and that's fine. Okay. Yeah, so this little bit here is ostensibly the little area where there's a surf area. If that can be done. The game doesn't appear to like that very much. But we can compromise on that. A smidge. Maybe. Probably, since the width is the most problematic aspect of this, probably can't compromise on that, actually. We probably got to push it. So what we could try to do is keep any amount, but it's not going to work. Maybe there's a decoration we can use instead for water to like have something that's the equivalent. There's like this fountain. Are you a fountain? I really can't tell what the bottom of that's supposed to be. I think it is a fountain too. Like this one shows the water coming up. And the other one is just, I guess, a pool. I guess ostensibly that's the best option we have. Then at least there's water in front of this area. I don't love that. I'm not in love with that. Oop. Oh, that worked. Okay, there we go. Perfect. That I'm happy with. There's also potentially a pool of water down below, but that's not there in Gen 3, so we're not going to do that necessarily. Oh god, I have no money. Pain. And a dead Dilo. That's fine. Goodbye, Shiny Sceptile. You were Gambia Blank. The Shiny Sceptile has just died. And so is the Shiny Morose. We can go big gamble modes on this because we're just going to hatch a single shiny. Only 25 to synth too, which is really nice. We'll use you. Of course, we're struggling to get money here, which is not helped by me doing work on building enclosures.
Aha! Here we have Ramsey Cole.
Oh shit, Tyrantrum just died. That's really bad. Ooh, those are a big knock to us. Okay, these guys are super cheap. Okay, that's a huge problem. So if those are dying, we have to prioritize replacing those over anything else in the park. We are slightly down on accommodation rating prior to that dying, at least. So that's another thing to look at. Easy dead. This was the Mangrove Pulcrana Social Humble. Yikes. Yeah, and that's relevant. Oh, you were not lifespan. Oh, thank God. So the other ones, oh, they have like 20 good years. Oh, that's a huge difference than what I thought was going to happen. Okay. We do need specifically the Humble Social one here, 50-50. But we're not
Lyoson's head of
in the
communications.
terminal death
You know
loop I
what?
thought
I'll
we
just
might
let
be.
him do the talking, right?
Not that we're in a death loop. Like, the profit margin in the park is still pretty good.
We've lost a dinosaur.
It's just we're kind of in an
The
awkward
cycle of
in-between
life,
phase of trying to
unfortunately,
bring in a new big-ticket
includes
dinosaur,
death.
which is always like a weird
Our
growth
recent
moment.
history has
How long do the aloes have? The Haxorus here is 58.94. So the aloes have a good chunk of lifespan.
shown that's especially true for paleozoology. So, let's do our best to manage this situation without upsetting the other animals.
Also, Ramsey Cole is here? What the fuck? That shouldn't be modded by me. So Ramsey Cole is allowed in this map. Which is interesting. Am I arresting my geneticist right now? Is that what's going on here? Yeah. Okay.
Asset has been collected.
Well, we'll breed that UT and get him out and end the episode. Okay, we got the replacement Shiny Tyrantrum into the Utyrannus paddock. New alpha. He's fighting for dominance right now, which we need for them to sort out their territories. It's vital that the Shiny be the pack leader. We also got the excellent territory contract here, which is actually for Chasmosaurs, surprisingly enough. We have 18 of these things currently in the park because we pushed out a bunch of extras to try to push our other stuff up there. Please update your territory, friends. Oh my god, do it. Yeah. Look at the amount of money. 1,300,000. Fantastic. So that allows us to finance at the very end here our first Carcharodontosaurus dig, which we will absolutely do. You can take a rest. And yeah, things are looking nice here at the end. Well, not things are looking okay here at the end. We've reverted the Dilophosaur paddock back to what it's supposed to be, trimmed it back down. We've had enough die-off there that everything's good. We replaced the Shiny, which has not been named. Dilo 12. Shiny Septile is back. And we need to start replacing the Morose. So the regular Morose, if we go look at them, these guys are Svalbard blanks. Currently 50% social. We could just do long live. Let's do this. Let's drop it and increase it and just do that at least. I believe the Shiny we just got is social.
Dinosaurs need competent people who will get the job done. People like you. Keep it up.
Yeah, we already have a social one here. So we could have gone full lifespan. But it's probably not a bad idea to try to get a replacement in case that one dies or ages out, which it will, of course, eventually do. Social long live, social long live, social long lived. Holy smokes. Long lived. We'll take these 5. 200k. I can totally invest that here. Do I want to do these two? How long until the welfare specialist is back? 50 seconds. Why don't we let the welfare specialist get back and check our first load of fossils before we end? How about that? Okay, the Moros are being delivered. We've weathered another storm with no significant incidences. Currently 9 on the ground. Looks like pretty much a good amount of excess territory space. Water is the most problematic one. Oh my god. Holy shit. The eggs. That more than paid for the dig. This was the 900k one. And we made 1,200 off of dino eggs and another 200k bird eggs. That's wild. Not as wild as processing all these fossils is going to be, though. God damn. We could mix it up with something else. Actually, let's do the big one with all that money. Because this could bring in more cash. So, if we... I think... Did I just send the wrong person out? No, I didn't. Okay. We could alternate with, like, Car with Trike to get some extra stuff to, like, fill in the gaps on and optimize fossil processing. That probably makes sense. The other thing we could do is the Pachycephalosaurids. Both of which we could bring into the park currently, actually. You know what? Let's start unlocking all of these. Pachycephalosaurus, Stygimoloch, Triceratops. And then we'll do that at the same time working on Carcharodontosaurus. Because we can always put in a handful of like trikes into the Apatopen, stuff like that, just to get variety up temporarily while we get ready for the Safari Zone. If I want to get the Safari Zone built ASAP, how would I go about it? I'm not sure. That's a tough one. For now, we'll just worry about the fossils. Getting the Safari Zone put in is going to be a little bit of a mess of work because we have to get Vermilion spaced out before we can get the Safari Zone spaced out. And we're getting pretty cramped on space coming down here because we've made compromises on vertical extent to fit some of this other stuff in. But really, what do we have for towns left? It's essentially Vermilion and whatever town Koga's in. Fuchsia. That's it. The rest of it's routes. So we're actually mostly done building towns. And we have Cinnabar, but Cinnabar is really tiny. Just 2 substantial towns. So yeah, we're getting close to the end. I think we can end this at a reasonable time. Hopefully. Like a reasonable series.
Transportation